Hi, I'm Chuck.
And I'm Mary, and we're both engineers. Today we want to introduce a hands on challenge that you can try at home.
Here's the challenge. Provide a detailed step-by-step set of instructions for a robot on how to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
What? You don't have a robot at home you can use? Neither do we. Chuck is going to pretend to be a robot and will do exactly what the instructions tell him to do.
It might be hard for me because I can think. Robots can't think for themselves.
That's right, robots cannot think. Robots are just machines that are designed to do work. There are many different types of robots. There are some robots that are only an arm that work in car factories. There are some robots that are shaped like a disc and roll around your floor to clean it. And there are some robots that explore Mars, like the rovers that are on Mars.
Robots can do many things. You might think that they're smart. Robots you see in a movie or a cartoon might seem smart, but robots are not smart. They only do what their program has told them to do.
So, who writes the program for a robot? That would be software engineers. Software is a set of instructions that tells a robot or a computer what to do and how to perform a task. Software engineers design and write programs for computers, smartphones, video games, and robots.
So, does the engineering design process work for software engineers? Yes, it does. First, you identify the problem. In this case, it's to program a robot to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Then, you brainstorm. What might be the best way to start? What should the robot pick up first? What are all the tasks that the robot has to do? The design comes next. It's always good to write down your ideas before you start programming.
Then it's time to build. For software engineers, build means writing out the detailed instructions. When you have the instructions ready to go, you can test and evaluate them. Do they work? If not, what needs to change in order to get them to work? Then you redesign, rewrite, and test again.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. That's the engineering motto.
Okay, I think we're ready to go. We needed some help with this challenge, so I asked my niece Anna, who's in fourth grade, to help us out. Let's watch how she programmed Robot Chuck.
Hi, I'm Mary, the quality inspector, and I need some help programming my robot Chuck. I'd like for him to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, but he needs to be programmed to do that. So I'm happy today to introduce Anna, a future software engineer who's going to give Robot Chuck some instructions to see if we can program him. Hi,
Hi.
Anna.
Hi.
Hi, are you ready to program Robot Chuck?
Yeah.
All right, Robot Chuck, are you ready?
Affirmative.
All right, we're ready. Okay, Anna, give it a try.
Okay, so the first step, you're going to get the bread out of the bag and put it on the plate. Then you're going to take it out of the bag. Take one loaf out of the bag.
He has to open the bag to do that, doesn't he?
You got to open the bag and then get one slice out. Put it on the, and then you have to put it on the plate. And then you're going to use the knife and stick it in the jelly, and then you're going to rub it. You got to open the jelly. Then you're going to put the knife in the jelly. And then you're going to pull it out and smear it on the bread. No. That didn't work. You're gonna put it in there, and you're gonna make sure there's jelly on the knife. Then you're gonna rub it on the bread. And then you're gonna get more jelly. Rub more of it on the bread. And get more. And rub it on the bread. And get more. And rub it on there.
You gonna tell him to stop rubbing at some point?
Stop. Then you're gonna use the same knife, and you're gonna open up the peanut butter. Then you're gonna take the knife, and you're gonna make sure there's peanut butter on the knife. And then you're gonna rub it on the bread too.
Oh, Robot Chuck's doing things beyond instructions.
Stop. And then you're gonna get another piece of bread. And you're gonna put it on top of the peanut butter. On top of the other piece of bread. There, you did.
So what do you think you could have done different or better?
Maybe telling him to open up the jars first.
Yeah, he was really helping you, wasn't he?
Yes.
Because he was like putting down the lid and he was going back for more. If it was a real robot, the real robot would only do exactly what you told him and nothing more. Or her, because there could be girl robots too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Future software engineer Anna, can you please help me program Robot Chuck to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich?
Yes.
All right. So what is the first command you're going to tell him to do?
First, you're going to open up the bag of bread, and you're going to get one slice of bread out and put it on the plate. Then you are going to hold the jelly and open the lid. You're going to set the lid down on the table. And then you're going to set the jar of jelly down on the table. Then you're going to pick up a knife. You're going to put it in the jelly and make sure and you're going to scoop it up with jelly on it. You're going to put it on the bread and rub and smear it. Then you're gonna stop, and you're gonna put the knife back into put it back into the jelly, and then you're gonna scoop some more jelly up from it and put it on the bread and smear it.
So this is where if you could tell him a certain amount, like a big glob or a little glob, that might have helped, huh?
And then you're going to put the knife down on the table. You are going to take the jelly lid, and you're gonna screw it on top of the jelly jar. And then you're gonna open up the peanut butter and twist the lid. Then you're gonna set the lid down on the table. And then you're gonna put the peanut butter down on the table. And then you're gonna take the knife and then you're gonna put it into the peanut butter, and you're gonna make sure you have a big amount on it. You're gonna smear it onto the bread. Nope, not that bread. The bread on the plate. And now you're gonna stop. You're gonna set the knife down on the table. You're gonna close the peanut butter. You're gonna take the lid of the peanut butter and you're gonna put it and you're gonna screw it on top of the peanut butter jar. And then you are going to get another piece of bread from the bag. You're gonna neatly put it onto the bread on the plate. No, you're gonna do it facing down. Facing down. Good. And there you go. You made your peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Very good, very good. So future software engineer, I thank you so much. Robot Chuck, I thank you so much. I am the quality inspector and I think we did a good job. So thank you very, very much.
Mm-hmm.
That was fun. Thank you to Anna for helping us with the demonstration. I think she did a great job. So how did it feel to be a robot?
It was hard. I know how to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, so I was helping with the next steps even before I was instructed to do so. A real robot would not be able to do that.
Right. So if you try this at home, make sure the person who is the robot knows to do only exactly what they're told to do.
In real life, one of the most frustrating things about programming is that computers always obey the instructions to the letter, even if that produces a crazy result.
That's right. Another thing I noticed in the demonstration is how easy it is not to be specific. For example, when Anna said to put the bread on the plate, Robot Chuck picked up the whole loaf of bread and put it on the plate.
Yes. And later on, when she told me to put the peanut butter on the bread, I went towards the loaf of bread instead of the slice of bread on the plate. A robot wouldn't know which way to go without specific instructions.
Another thing I noticed, with a real robot, you have to tell it when to stop. For example, Robot Chuck just kept spreading the jelly on the bread because he wasn't told to stop.
Another thing a real robot would need to be told is how much of something to pick up. In this case, how much jam, how much peanut butter. That needed to be spelled out in detail.
Okay, so if you want to be a software engineer and program a robot, you need to first think through the whole process and steps ahead of time. Then you have to remember to be very specific with your instructions and put things in the right order.
If you want to try this challenge at home, here are some ideas. Can you program a robot to do these tasks? For example, picking up toys, putting them away, or feeding your cat or dog, or setting the table, or how about building a house from Legos? Maybe you can think of other things that you could program a robot to do. And when you do that programming, make sure you write down the steps and be very specific.
All right, and it's best to have 3 people help with this. One person is the robot, one person is the software engineer, and one person is the quality inspector. Thanks again to Anna for helping us with this video.
Now, go out and give programming a try.
And be an engineer.